Hello everyone. A few years ago I did a video about the Open University and what I was doing there, and I had a few questions from that video asking about an open degree and what it is and how it's different from a normal degree. So I thought I'd just do a video talking about it. So the open degree is different from a named or accredited degree that you get at a normal university, because the modules that you decide to do can be on any subject. They don't have to just be on one subject. So, for example, in a normal named degree, it's pretty much set out what you have to do. You've got compulsory modules at every level. So you might have, say, 2 modules a year that you have to do, and then 1 optional. But you'll get a list that you can choose this optional module from. So it's still in the same subject and it's still related to what you're doing. But you do have like a bit of freedom like that. However, in the Open University's open degree, the only rules are that you have to have 360 credits to complete the degree. So there's level 1, 2 and 3, which if you're doing it full time counts for year 1, 2 and 3, but you have to have 120 credits at each level to pass. But with the open degree, this can be in any subject that you choose at all. So whilst this sounds great, and it was great for me and it's great for a lot of people, there are some people who it will fit perfectly for, but there are people who it just will not work for at all. And it's really difficult to know when you just first look at it on paper to understand if it's right for you and for your situation. So if you are one of the lucky people that know what they want to do, they know what career they want to go for, say you want to be a teacher or you want to be a doctor or something like that, it's going to be obvious what kind of degree and postgraduate study you're going to have to do. There's already a set path that you have to follow, so that's lucky for you. But for a lot of us, we have no clue what we want to do. If you're anything like I was, I didn't have a clue at all. I knew I wanted to do something, and I'm one of these people, I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm not great at one thing. So I have a lot of interests, but none of them relate to each other. So I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do at all. So with the open degree, you can just pick and choose whatever the hell you want to do. And as long as you pass the modules and get the 120 credits at every level, you can get your bachelor's degree with honours if you choose. So for me, it was perfect because, like I said, I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. I did level 1 and level 2 modules in all kinds of things, from computer programming to design to philosophy to social science and then to psychology. And it wasn't until about 2 or 3 years in that I decided I wanted to follow the psychology route. Now, if you know anything about going into psychology, you have to be accredited. You have to get graduate basis for chartership with the British Psychological Society, and to get that you have to have an accredited degree. And obviously I chose to do the open degree because I didn't know this until 2 or 3 years in that that's what I wanted to do. So it would have been easier for me to have done a named accredited psychology degree, which I think the Open University offer an accredited one, but you have to check. You have to check because it changes all the time. I think they did. I don't think it's accredited now, but please check. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know that until 2 or 3 years in, and then I could either choose then to go down the path of following just the psychology route or carry on with the open degree. And you can change halfway through, and the credits that you've already got can go towards a named degree if they're in that subject, and if they go with that what's needed for accreditation in that subject. But for me, because I've done so many diverse modules, there was only like 1 or 2 that would have counted towards my psychology degree. And I didn't want to start over. It would be like started from the beginning again. So I thought there's many options that you can take. I decided to carry on and finish my open degree, and then I could do a year doing a postgraduate conversion course, which gives you that graduate membership with the BPS, which is what I need to do the postgraduate masters that I wanted to do, which I've now got into. So there is lots of different options. It all depends on what you want to do. The open degree, like I said, I think it's so good for people that don't know what they want to do, but it's also good for people who are already in the career that they want to be in. And so it's great for, I know people who were teachers, who are already teachers, and they just wanted to change subjects or develop their skills and knowledge in a different area, but they still want to stay in teaching, and they did open degrees. There's people who want to do something completely different and perhaps want to get into like business or something along them lines, and so they could tailor a degree to meet that. And I think any degree anyway is going to look great on your CV, regardless of the subject or where it's from. I think any degree from the Open University, I know I'm going to sound a bit biased, but from what I know and from my experience, when you have a degree with the Open University, it's looked at so good by employers. I mean, since it took me 6 years, I think, to get my degree. And in them 6 years, I moved around quite a lot. So I changed jobs quite a lot. So that means I had a lot of interviews. And in every single interview, the topic of the Open University came up, and people were very impressed by that, I think. And some of them, actually, some of the managers who interviewed me, I think it was like 2 or 3, they'd done a degree with the Open University as well. So they were really excited to talk about it. And that was great. And I got every single job that I went for an interview on, except one. Every single job I went to an interview for, I got. And I honestly think that is because I was doing Open University. I really do. Because if you're working and you've got children and you have other things going on in your life, and you're still that dedicated to commit to doing a degree in whatever subject around everything else that's going on, like you're not like an 18, 19-year-old living at university just got that to do. Like when you have other jobs and children and everything, it shows like such self-discipline and time management and a real interest in developing yourself and creating a career that you really want. And it really does come across when you speak to anyone who's done their degree through the Open University, because it is hard, it is not easy. It's not, I think it'd be a lot easier to actually go to a brick university, I think, because then you have someone kind of setting it out for you and telling you what you need to do. When it's you on your own at home, you've been at work all day, you've just got the kids in bed, and now you have to sit down and write like a 5,000 word essay. That shows dedication. So yeah, so unless you have to be accredited in a certain area to go towards the career that you want in, I think an open degree is perfect for anyone. It does not look worse than getting like a name degree in any sense at all. You can read a lot online about what employers really think about an open degree, and yeah, I would really consider it. If you're not sure about what you want to do, you get the freedom to kind of have a go in different areas. And I know for me, even though it took me longer, it's definitely taken me longer to get accredited, which is what I need to do my postgraduate study, but it was worth that extra time to find what I wanted to do, because at the beginning I would have had to commit to 5+ years of studying and all the money and the finance that goes into your education, not knowing what I wanted to do. Like my first ever module was in computer programming, and even though I like the subject area, it is interesting for me, it is not the thing that I want to do. I was not good at it at all. And can you imagine if I'd have committed to that degree and then figuring out like a year or 2 in, actually this isn't for me, sitting behind a computer all day is not what I like to do, that would have sucked. And then where would there's not many places I could have gone from there. I would have had to quit or start a completely new degree. And so yeah, that's what I think. The open degree is great for the majority of people. Unless you need accreditation, please check what you actually need, because I know a few people that this has messed them up. Like they've gone to do, I know one of my friends did a psychology degree and it wasn't accredited, and she had no idea that it wasn't accredited. So please check. If you anything to do with psychology, check the British Psychological Society website. It'll tell you everything. It'll tell you all the courses that are accredited, what you need and everything. Just check it. I think any career in like medical fields, teaching, that kind of thing, has its own like governing bodies that you need to be able to join. And just check, yeah, double check everything. So yeah, I just thought I'd do this video answering some of these questions. If you want to know anything else about the Open University, I think I know quite a lot about it now, since I spent 6 years of my life with the Open University. I'm not with them anymore because I finished, and that's really sad because I really, really enjoyed it, even though it was so hard. It was really, really hard work. Not gonna lie, it's not easy at all. But when you finish, like, the sense of accomplishment that you get, that you've done that all on your own, is definitely worth doing. And I hope in the future, even just for fun, I'm thinking like, now the Open degree, even if you're older and you just have spare money or something and spare time, the Open degree would be perfect for you as well, because you can choose whatever the hell you're interested in and do it in that. And you know, I'll be doing that when I'm older for sure, when I have spare money and spare time, because I am one of these people that just love learning stuff and getting certificates and things and put it on my CV. That's like my favourite thing to do. So definitely that's what I'll be doing when I'm older. If the Open University is still there, which I'm guessing it will be, because I think it's now in like the top 10 universities in the UK, or it was. Don't quote me on that because I've not looked it up, but I have heard or seen it somewhere. So yeah, if you've got any more questions about the Open University, just leave them down below or send me a message, and I'll do more videos in the future. Bye!